Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodhanandana Jaya Brajanaranjana Jaya Yashodhanandana Jaya Brajanaranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, thank you.
जय श्री श्री राधा गिरधारी भगवान की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, श्री श्री गिरी गोवर्धन की जय, श्री श्री निताई गौरचंद्र भगवान की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, श्री निताई गौरचंद्र प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Shri Guru and Shri Shri Gauranga ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Srimati Mahavishnu Goswaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Prasayani Nivisheshanvari Prasayani. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Daivim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naisthiki. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Gurudev ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Nitai Gaurachandra Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So after this big lecture, big class of big devotees, now we come to our beginners program. This is more of my level. Very nice. So very nice to see all of you. All of you are happy? You're muted. I can't hear you. Unless you are not happy, you don't want to say anything. It's another thing.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Yes, that's the one. Chant and be happy. Devotees are always very happy. I see we have a guest today. We've got Nadia Mother is here. Hare Krishna, Mother. Nice to see you. Nice for you to join. Hare Krishna. Okay. So let's continue with our discussion. Do we remember what we were discussing 2 weeks ago? What was the topic?
Art of dying.
Yes, Art of Dying Part 1. We all very negative, people who are very materialistic, they think materialistic people, you're talking about death only. Dying, art of dying, and what is this, Even the art of living is actually art of dying. Tell them people won't be interested in this, But they see people dying every day. How many people died of COVID? How many people die without COVID? How many people die every day? Ahani bhutani gachantiya yamayaham. Huh? Yudhishthira Maharaj answers this question. That everybody is dying every day. You see thousands of people dying every day around the world, but they think they are not going to die. I'm all right. I'm on a sweet spot. I'm in a sweet spot. I'm all right. I'm still young. I'm all right. My blood pressure is all right. All good, I don't have sugar problem. I don't have heart problem. My family is okay. My money is coming in. So that's it. Ishwaraham, aham bhogi. Krishna says things like this. I am the Lord. Ishwaraham, aham bhogi. I am the enjoyer of everything. You see? So there's somebody who's a bhogi, there's somebody who's a yogi, devotee, a yogi, bhakti yogi. And there's somebody whose sense gratification, is a little bit more, but not so much, but still more. He's a bhogi. He forgets bhoktaram yagna tapasam, sarvaloka maheshwaram. Krishna says, I am that bhoktaram, I am that enjoyer, supreme enjoyer, Krishna says, yagna tapasam. But those bhogis think they are bhogis. They like to eat, give me, give me. So in our group, WhatsApp group, we sent out this message, chapter 17, for different kinds of foods in different levels. You read that? Mode of goodness, what is the food? Mode of passion, mode of ignorance, what kind of food? So be very careful. As and when you get trained up to cook for Krishna, cook in the mode of goodness. Don't put too much spice inside. I like to eat spicy. Krishna, here, yours are your spice. I remember back in the early days when I was in Mumbai, I went to go and eat in a restaurant, so many years ago, Not that I'm very old now, but still, life seemed to have given me so many experiences, So this guy was in a restaurant and the food came, I said, my God, it is so spicy. Come on now. And my eyes were watering, He said, sure. Boss, what is spicy? This is not spicy at all. I said, not spicy. My eyes are watering. He said, no. So they would go to, he said, we have a branch in Nagpur somewhere, in Vidarbha, Nagpur, some area of Maharashtra inside. So there, he said, one of the patrons came out and said, oh, you guys don't put spice at all. He said, okay. So next time when he came, we put some more spice. Well, this spice was no good for him. So they put some more spice in it, and he ate. He says, no. Those people said in the area, I said, no, what is this? This is nothing spicy at all. He said, take me to your kitchen. This owner manager told me this when I complained to him that so much spice you're putting. He said, what are you talking, sir? This is what happened. So this guy, after putting more spice, he was still finding it very plain, He said, take me to your kitchen, take me to your cook. So they actually took him to the cook inside the kitchen. He said, show me how you make this. So he said, okay, here, 1 spice, 2 spice, 3 spice spoon. The guy was making spice. He said, what? This is how you put spice in. You guys are crazy. He said, this is how you should do. He took his hand in that spice thing and put inside 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now you stir and make it. I told him, if I even taste it or smell it, we'll die probably, because we are in Mumbai, I don't know. Maybe Sridhar Prabhu can tell me, is it okay? Is in Shangli they eat so much spicy, you reckon? Or this is Vidarbha area much more, where Rukmani mother comes from?
Yes, Prabhuji. I think the Maharashtrian food is very spicy.
Yeah.
Especially the Marathas, they use a lot of chili.
Yeah, but no, my wife is a Maratha. She didn't do so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Come on, man. This is too much.
Yeah, but they Prabhuji get ulcer and all that as well. All that.
Too much. That's what Krishna says, you got fire coming out from everywhere, a little bit. So anyway, this is how about the food. We talked about different kinds of food that is needed, So the art of dying, it starts from the art of living, and that's what Avinash Krishna today taught us, So in art of living, Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to even eat. So anything cooked for 3 hours and more, you eat it, you should not eat it. More of ignorance. Prasad is different. If you offer to Krishna, it's different. But otherwise, it's in mode of ignorance, totally bogus. Even if it is not spicy. So be very careful. Hey Mukunda, you cook your own food or you got servants cooking for you? You're not married, are you? No, you're not married still. Are you there? Mukunda must be taking out work from his servant, You're not cooking properly, cook properly. Yeah. Prabhuji, I'm coming. I'm making sure I'm cooking properly. All right. So art of dying. Do you know where we stopped in art of dying? Oh, my God. Divyanshi knows. We've broken all records today. This is very good, very good. Okay, so who would like to read from where we stopped today, last time, 2 weeks ago? Any volunteers, please?
I'll read, Prabhuji.
Want to read? Okay, 1 second, please. So we are continuing with our discussion on the science of self-realization, learning the art of dying. Here we go. Srila Prabhupada says, at night, such grihamedis. Start from here, please. Yes, please. Thank you.
At night, such Grahamedis waste their valuable time by sleeping or by satisfying their different varieties of sexual urges by visiting cinema shows and attending clubs and gambling houses, where women and liquor are indulged in lavishly. And during the day, they waste their valuable life in accumulating money, or if they have sufficient money to spend, by adjusting the comforts of their family members. Their standard of living and their personal needs increase with their increase in monetary income. Thus, there is no limit to their expenses, and they are never satiated. Consequently, there is unlimited competition in the field of economic development, and therefore there is no peace in any society of the human world.
See how beautiful this is mentioned. Consequently, there is unlimited competition in the field of economic development. How beautiful Prabhupada writes. And therefore, there is no peace in the society of the human world. Human world. What do you understand by this?
That this problem only exists for the humans and in the animal society, with respect to the economic development, at least, there is no competition, I guess.
Yeah, can you give an example? That's right. That's right. So Prabhupada says that if there's a bag of rice which has fallen down, if a bag of rice has fallen down, and a bird will come and pick up one grain, he would not allow others to eat. Of course, there's fighting there also, but then for some time after that, he's eaten, he goes away, but the bag remains. Human will take away the bag also. With all our intelligence, this is what we do, fighting about it. So unlimited competition, unlimited misery. Imagine a world where there is no competition. Where there is competition, in the reverse order, where people say, you are better than me, you must do this service very nicely. In material world, in this world, if you say that, oh, this guy has done nice service, better than me, man, he should do the service, they think you are a big politician. This guy is sleek politician. He must have had something up his sleeves, for us to fail, and then he would do this. But in the spiritual world, it is said in Golok Vrindavan, especially, where the rasa, the mood or the mellow in which one loves Krishna is to love Krishna without awe and reverence. Just love. This is, although this may be just words for us at this stage, but it's good to hear. Spiritual world, in all the different planets of spiritual world, Krishna's different incarnations are worshipped with awe and reverence. You know what awe and reverence? What does it mean? What does it mean with awe and reverence? What do you think? Soumya, what does awe and reverence mean?
Prabhuji, I think in a very wonder state of mind, we are very amazed by it. We are very loving towards it. Yes,
Yeah, love, but there is a lot of, oh, God.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
worship. Oh, please come, pay down, bow down, this, that. All those things are going on. No? Yeah, that is called awe and reverence. Oh, wow. That's right. That's right. But this awe and reverence is everywhere existing in the Vaikuntha planets, but not where Krishna is worshipped personally in Golok Vrindavan. That is why when Krishna appears on earth, in material world, he appears in Vrindavan. So he brings Vrindavan with him. So there where they reciprocate amongst each other, the reciprocation is here. How nice. You may even forget he is Krishna, he is God. He just loves, so lovely. One of the 6 opulences is where he's detached. So his detachment is also transparent. He is the owner of everything. Everything comes from him, but you will miss him. And because of that, you will love him. This is the 6th opulence, is a very important opulence. And that he has captured is complete in it. And because of that, one falls in love with him. My God, he's God, he's not God. You love him as a God, you won't be interested. Love him as he is, very interested, very interested. You see? Yes. And that is perfected in our chanting. As we chant, it takes time. It may immediately come also. It's fine. But generally it takes time, it takes service, a lot of service. It takes a bit of frying also, of understanding each other's moods. When we are being fried, with association of devotees, we are, we think he's playing politics with me, doing like this, doing like that. But if your mind is straight, if your focus is on sadhana, your guru and sadhana, then slowly, based on it, Krishna reveals himself. Things fall into place. And that's when the chanting, of course, is relishing from the very beginning. No doubt about it. But as Srila Prabhupada says that when we do not have spontaneous love for Krishna, we worship Krishna and Radha in the form or in the mood of Lakshmi Narayan, awe and reverence. Do this, don't do that, do like this, do like that, Muchi, Suchi, all these things are there. Of course, you maintain that. You don't release that. But that love aspect grows later. Spontaneity, love. And that is what devotees hanker for, spontaneous love. And that's true even with devotees of Rama. Spontaneous love. Remember this point. What is it called? Spontaneous love. Spontaneous love. Spontaneous love. Right. But one requires proper guidance, proper study to understand this. One has to understand it properly. Right. So, unlimited competition exists in the material world because we are all fighting amongst ourselves to show our superiority. But the moment we go to our love for Krishna, then if we all love Krishna, everyone's object of love is Krishna only, then we will not compete to say I'm better servant than you. Then you say, oh, you are better servant than me because you do better than me. My puris, my halwa is not very good if you're a cook. You say my halwa is not very good as you. You make such nice halwa. You must cook. Every day you must cook. Imagine somebody says like this in India, in the material world, you cook every day. That means you will think, why is he asking me to cook every day? Because he doesn't want me to cook. He doesn't want himself to cook. This is politics, Unlimited competition. You see? Yes. But here, you're better than me. Please, you should do. This is okay? This is okay? All good? Yes? Good. Let's continue. Right. Here we go.
Prabhuji, your screen is not sharing.
I'm not. Okay, hold on. Sorry. It's not shared. Right. Here we go. Now we're sharing. Start from everyone. Yeah.
Everyone is perplexed by the same questions about earning and spending. But ultimately, one must depend on the mercy of Mother Nature. When there is a scarcity in production or there are disturbances caused by providence, the poor plan-making politician blames it on cruel nature, but carefully avoids studying how and by whom the laws of nature are controlled. The Bhagavad Gita, however, explains that the laws of nature are controlled by the absolute personality of Godhead. God alone is the controller of nature and the natural laws. Ambitious materialists sometimes examine a fragment of the law of nature, but they never care to know the maker of these laws. Most of them do not believe in the existence of an absolute person or God who controls the laws of nature. Rather, they simply concern themselves with the principles by which different elements interact, but they make no reference to the ultimate direction which makes such interactions possible. They have no relevant questions or answers in this regard. The second of the Vedanta Sutras, however, answers this essential question about Brahman by asserting that the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Transcendence, is he from whom everything is generated. Ultimately, he is the Supreme Person.
Just one second. So here, this is a bit of a philosophical point. Yeah, I want you to just dwell a bit here on the subject. 1 second, yeah? Okay, what does this mean? What I've highlighted. Ambitious materialists sometimes examine a fragment of the law of nature, but they never care to know the maker of the laws. If you just expand a bit further, most of them do not believe in the existence of the absolute person or God who controls the laws of nature. Rather, they simply concern themselves with the principles by which different elements interact, but they make no reference to the ultimate direction which makes such interactions possible. They have no relevant questions or answers in this regard. Can somebody simplify this in your own words? Can it not simplify? Can somebody explain this in their own words? Soumya, can you explain? Is it possible?
Prabhuji, I think by ambitious materialists, they can mean scientists or people who want to know about the material workings of the material nature. And so they will try to understand different laws as to how things are governing. But then most of the times they do not even find, okay, so this is the law that is making these things happen. But then what is the thing that is making that law happen? I think it could be it. Not sure.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Very nice. That's right. So they are more concerned about how things are working rather than thinking, how did that happen? They are interested in, hey, I discovered gold, Now I'm so rich. My country is so rich. I've discovered gold, but somebody put gold there. No, that happens by itself. First there was nothing, and then there was a big bang. And everybody's happy to accept this. First there was nothing, and then there was a big bang. This is starting of Big Bang theory. Now you tell me, tell this to a newborn child who starts A, B, C, D, E, F, G in the school. Don't let him grow up till the age of 15, 20, 25. They are already conditioned by then. But young, fresh brain. And tell him, you know something? First there was nothing, and there was a big bang. What will they ask? How can there be a big bang when there's nothing? There must be something. Yeah, right. So we are happy to take what has been given to us, but unhappy in accepting and acknowledging from whom we are getting. This is one thing. Second thing which I have realized is this. For many years, I would teach before we have all these big devotees helping us now as counselors, So I was to go out and teach and preach mantra meditation, taking up my time every week. Like we should hear this program, we should do that program. For people who would not be interested in Krishna, don't want to know about religion, nothing. Now I realized this very quickly, that when I tell them that this is created by God, they would just run away. But when I say words like, we all are conscious people. You're conscious, I'm conscious. Yeah. That's right. Say it now. You are conscious, I'm conscious, everybody is conscious. So there's something called super consciousness. Wow. Tell me more. This super consciousness exists outside of us and inside of us too. Woo! Tell me more. So what happens is this, that inside of us, there is individual consciousness, which makes us feel conscious. And there's also super consciousness, which exists inside of us, every one of us. And this super consciousness enjoys and experiences all of us, what we experience individually and together also. So we experience individual consciousness, and super consciousness is an element within us, separate of us, which enjoys everyone's experiences. How's that? They say, wow, what a philosophy, great stuff. Now I said, no, that's where it is. Then I gave them the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Next week, nobody came. They ran away. Oh, this is religion. I don't want religion. They're foolish. So I learned more. I went again, had a new group, advertised, got new people. I said, you go. Don't. Again, same thing. Individual consciousness, supreme consciousness, all these things, and have a mantra for it. What? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Everybody has to chant. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. No problem. Moment you say Krishna, Hare Krishna, they run away. You see, that there may be still people, some of them graduated, they became devotees also, but some of them are still chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya quietly. And all these complicated things, big words, Simple words, this supreme consciousness, this super soul, is part of God existing in us. He exists in everybody else. I said this, nobody listened to me. They say, you speak very nicely, but don't bring religion in here. This is the point. We all are so foolish and we are so complicated that we like complicated things. We don't like simple things. So if somebody says, excuse me, you want to come to my house? You please come. You want to come tomorrow? I have to go out tomorrow, but you come day after tomorrow. No problem. And we think, this rascal is playing politics with me, man. I want to go and meet him tomorrow. He is avoiding that, telling me don't come tomorrow, come day after tomorrow. Now, if I go day after tomorrow, he will say he's very busy then also. We speculate like this. And that man is genuinely saying, I can't, please. This is how we are complicated. This is how we are conditioned. You see? So first thing, when we are to become a devotee, if we really want to advance, is this: complicated things should be avoided. That doesn't mean you become foolish. I'm not saying that all of us should become foolish. Anybody can fool us. No, no, no. All I'm saying is, for us to be progressing in our bhakti, love for Krishna, we should not make things complicated. Because Krishna is not complicated. Although Krishna is also called complicated person. Because he says one thing, means so many things. He doesn't walk straight. He doesn't walk straight. He walks like this. He doesn't stand straight also. He stands in three bending form. You see? In Vrindavan it is said, Krishna ki chal tedi, Krishna ki baat tedi. Krishna doesn't look straight also. He looks here and there everywhere and it moves around. In one action he does so many things. But to understand this, we have to be simple. Somehow or other, due to our conditioning of so many years and so many births, we carry these complications with us. That's why all of you who are younger people, who are starting Krishna consciousness at a younger age, you have an advantage. To preach to older people, my Guru Maharaj would say, Ambarish, khadpa hone kadi bolta nahi. Khadpa means rocks. They're like stones, Old people, after a certain age, you can't tell them. Their ways are set, You can't change them. Okay? So this is the point. If a knowledge is given to you very simplistically, use your intelligence. Don't be fooled. But after you've seen things are correct, accept it. This is Prabhupada's message. Everything that we are speaking is given in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhāgavatam. Nothing is more. Nothing added, nothing subtracted. Okay? So simply. Mahesh, samajh laga? Mahesh, is it okay? No complications.
Yes, Prabhuji.
If somebody is complicated, avoid them. Most of the people just start talking, I don't like this, I don't like that, why is this person doing like this, why is doing like that? Avoid this kind of people, they're a waste of time. This is what they do. They meet, talk about something else, and nonsense completely going on. Yeah? Alright, so let's continue. Okay, second.
The second of the Vedanta Sutras, however, answers the essential question about Brahman by asserting that the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Transcendence, is he from whom everything is generated. Ultimately, he is the Supreme Person. Not only is the foolish Grahamedi ignorant of the temporary nature of the particular type of body he has obtained, but he is also blind to the actual nature of what is happening before him in the daily affairs of his life. He may see his father die, his mother die, or a relative or neighbor die, yet he does not make the relevant inquiries about whether or not the other existing members of his family will die. Sometimes he thinks and knows that all the members of his family will die today or tomorrow, and that he will also die. He may know that the whole family show, or for that matter, the whole show of community, society, nation, and all such things, is but a temporary bubble in the air, having no permanent value. Yet, he is mad after such temporary arrangements and does not concern himself with any relevant inquiries. He has no knowledge as to where he has to go after his death. He works very hard for the temporary engagements of his family, society, or nation, but he never makes any future arrangement either for himself or for others who will pass away from this present phase of life.
1 second. See here, this is very important. This here. Read this again, please, this sentence.
He has no knowledge as to where he has to go after his death.
Okay, now here.
He never makes any future arrangement, either for himself or for others who will pass away from this present phase of life.
Okay, now I want to ask one question. Everybody is afraid of death, right? Now, if you know where you are going to go after you die, would you be afraid? I want to hear from individual, all of you, okay? Now be very honest about this, all right? Divyanshi, what about you? If you know where you're going to go after you die, would you be afraid of death?
It's a good place, then no.
Yeah, of course, choice you can make.
Yes.
You're happy to leave your parents, your society, mother, father, uncle, auntie, brother, sister, cat, dog, pet, house, everything, pillow, favorite food. Yeah? Hard one, eh?
No, I wouldn't be afraid.
Yeah? No? You won't be afraid. Good. What about you, Soumya?
Yeah, Prabhuji, if I can choose if it is a good place that
Of
I
course
want.
you can choose. Everything is your choice. That's what I'm saying. If you know where you're going to go after death, it's not that it's arbitrary. Nobody can force anything upon you in this world. But if you know where you're going to go after death, would you be sad? Or your near and dear ones who die, if you know where they are going to go, would you be sad? Sure. See, you guys don't have experience in life. That's why you're a perfect candidate for this. You can pass. It's a pass, please, pass. I would like to ask another question. No problem.
Prabhuji, I think even though I know where my near and dear ones are going, I think I will still be kind of sad that they are going away from me.
That's right. Feeling sad is one thing. Okay? But here people do not know. So what kind of position they are in? Yeah, they're completely broken. They don't know what to do. What's happening? All right? You miss the association somewhat, but you know if they're going somewhere, you can go and join them. Then what happens? Then
I would not be afraid, Prabhuji.
that's it. That's it. Krishnadas, what do you think?
The same as both Divyanshi Mataji and Soumya Mataji as well. That if you know where they're going, then you won't be afraid.
Maresh.
Especially if they're going to a
Yes.
good place. Sorry. Especially if they're going to a good place.
Yeah.
If you know that they're going to a bad place, or if you know that you're also going to a bad place, then perhaps you'll be afraid.
No, if they're going to the bad place and you have a choice not to go.
That's right, yeah.
This is very interesting. You understand this, Devanji, Soumya, Mayuresh? If you know they've gone to the bad place and you choose not to go, I don't want to go there, right? It's just like your near and dear one has gone to someone's bad place, some brothel or something or whatever it is, and you don't want to go. Your choice. This is how practical it is. Black and white. No shades of gray. What do they say? You have the power. This is true power. That thing is all advertising nonsense. This is the power, real power. Mayuresh, what do you think, Mayuresh?
Yeah, Prabhu, if I know where I'm going after death, Prabhuji, then I won't be afraid.
Yes.
I may feel sad about maybe leaving the family members behind. Maybe, Prabhuji. I'm not sure. Yeah, like when I am thinking about death, like where am I gonna? If I know that I won't be like afraid of it, but I'll be sad.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
To leave them behind.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Maybe, Prabhuji. I'm not sure.
That's all right. That's all right. All is good. All is good. Priyanka, what do you think? Priyanka, you there with us?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So tell us, what do you think?
What?
You're working, Priyanka. We're saying that if you know where you're going to go after death, would you be afraid of death?
Oh, no, I will not be afraid of death.
Yeah, you can tell people, listen, this is my address. If you want to follow me, you can come and meet me. You can say that, what?
Right.
So what is that? Don't be afraid. Nothing afraid. Done?
Yes.
Good. Very good. What do you think, Mukunda? Are you there with us? Or Mukunda is still taking out work from his cook? Okay, Parth, you with us? Or you're at work now, Parth?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, I'm here.
Tell me, what do you think?
No, Prabhu, I won't be afraid.
You won't be afraid? And if your family is sad, you say, listen, why are you feeling sad? I'm giving you the address. Here's my address. Come and meet me. What's the problem? Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's the point. So people are afraid of death because they don't know what's going to happen after death. But this question is answered. This is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Tell you, hey man, you're not this body, you're spirit, soul. That's the first thing. When the body is always dying, it's not dying one day, it's not going to die one day. You are dying every day. You're dying every second. You are one breath less every second. So there is a place you can go where you don't come back. It's live eternally. The family members, the friends which are surrounding you, they are also not this body, they are spirit soul. But they don't know this. That's why they think the body is all in all. The other thing, that this body is going to live forever. But when they die, when somebody dies, they're feeling sad about everything. So this body is like a vehicle which has been given to us. We can choose to go down with our actions, or go up with our actions, or go neither up nor down. You can go somewhere where we don't come back ever again, where everything is spiritual. I'll tell you one story. Once Narad Muni, he was with Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. And they were nicely on the beach, This is just add a few things here there. Excuse me. I heard it from a devotee, okay? Normally I give praman on where it is, but this is how it is. There's a story there. This is a very good analogy. So here, Narad Muni is telling Krishna, asking, so Bhagwan, we are living in this spiritual world. I'm with you. This is reality. Everything is blissful. I'm in Golok Vrindavan. We are on the beach. I'm enjoying with you. You're enjoying with me. We all are nicely enjoying. But how is it? What is your material energy? What is this Maya? I don't understand this Maya. How can it be so empowering, enamoring? What is it? What is this? Can you explain? This is reality. Krishna says, sure. Go dip inside the water. Take a dip. So Narad Muni goes inside the seawater there, and immediately he's transformed into, he's visualizing, he's living in a material world. Suddenly he sees himself to be coming out of the water as a big king. And then he has got big kingdom. He goes out, he's got queens, he's got children. And then he sees there are so many enemies attacking him, he's attacking them, fighting, all this going on. He's got his kingdom, protecting kingdom, politics in the family. This is my enemy, he's my friend, his birth, he dies, takes birth again here, again this, again that. He's going, all these things going on and on and on and on. In one dip, and he comes out. He says, no, my lord, this is not real. I don't want to go there. This is where I am. This is the spiritual world. I am with you, is a reality. That everything is a dream. Everything is unreal. True, the soul is going through this. It's not that it's a dream, it's unreal. It is real, but it is temporary. The body makes us think it is real. In this life, somebody is your father, somebody is your mother. You've got so many lives. How many father, mother, uncle, auntie, wife, husband, dog, pet you've got? This needs to be cultivated. And if this knowledge is the message of Srila Prabhupada. You may forget us. We are imperfect. You may doubt us. Of course you're going to doubt us. We are imperfect. No, beyond doubt we are imperfect. But this knowledge given by Srila Prabhupada in his books are perfect. Whenever you've got any concerns, any difficulties, open Srila Prabhupada's books, especially the original books. Just read. Srila Prabhupada has got the power to bring out. I remember now I can experience the words which Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj would say, that Prabhupada would bring person from a gutter, from the lowest level to highest level in one piece he will bring out. This is the point here which Srila Prabhupada are mentioning in this basic book. This is the basic book of Science of Self-Realization, that he never makes any further arrangements either for himself or for others who will pass away from his present phase of life. He has no knowledge as to where he has to go after his death. So devotees know exactly where they are going. And not only this, now I'll tell you, Soumya, Mayuresh, if you go to that place where Krishna resides, like Narad Muni was with Krishna, is with Krishna, then you are giving a chance to 21 generations of your family. Not one line. You may have so many family members in your 21 generations. All of them get the chance equally. Doesn't matter you are male or female or whatever it is, same chance. How is that? And you can tell them, I'm going to this address, you will also go to them. I'm giving you the free pass by the mercy of Krishna. You can come with me. It's your choice. Some may come, some may not come. They get a chance. They all will go. What do you think about this? Tell me. You like it? Divyanshi, you like it? No questions asked. No ifs and buts. If you've got this arrangement, right? Mayuresh, your near and dear ones, you can say, I'm going. What did Tukaram tell people? मी वैकुंठला चालतो. आम्ही जातो आमच्या गावी, आमच्या राम राम गयावा. You want to come with me, I'm telling you. Whoever will go, will go. Is it? Is it not so? Yes, that's the one. Priyanka, understand this point? We can't hear you, Priyanka. Are you?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. So this, tell me, where will you find this knowledge? You tell me, is there any place on the face of earth who will give you this knowledge with guaranteed? Tell me. Any place. Any place. No place. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. And everyone who follows Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sincerely will get this mercy. And among the 8 instructions Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was given, those are the instructions that Mahaprabhu says, you follow here, because that's what you're going to follow there. So what the devotee does, living here in this material world, is exactly what he's going to do in the spiritual world. Period. That's why devotees look different. They talk different. They eat different. They do different. Still living in this material world. That's it. Living in this material world. And we are not material girl or boy, whatever it is, Madonna is wrong, She's materialistic. You guys may not know Madonna. You know Madonna? Madonna? You don't know Madonna? How many of you heard Madonna? You are old. Only oldies have heard Madonna. Young people don't have heard Madonna. That's right. She's a wrong example now. The younger generation doesn't know Madonna. You may remember Black Eyed Pea. There also, he's not old now. He's no longer young anymore. You have some new people now. I have to sharpen my skill set. I have to watch some more videos. And some. Yeah, when I heard dog, you're a dog. And this is a good thing, you know. It took me some time to understand. And then I understood the dog, spelling is different. It's not D-O-G. It's D-E-A-U-G, something like that. They call it dog. So, oh, all right, you know. And that's what when I was advertising as I was telling you, mantra meditation, you know, I put an ad, and one lady called me. And I said, can you explain to me what's going on? What's this here? So I said, explain. This is what we do. We chant, breathe in, all those things. Oh, this is wicked. I like it. It's wicked. I said, wicked? She's calling this wicked? I didn't know how to react. I love it. It's wicked. I said, there's something different. She's loving it because it's this wicked. I said, no, wicked means good. I'm still not that old, you know. I said, oh, yeah, it's wicked. I said, it's very wicked. I told her. All right, shall we move on? Let's go a bit more further, right? The Art of Dying, Part 2. Right, so where are we now? Here, in a public vehicle like a railway carriage.
In a public vehicle, like a railway carriage, we meet and sit down together with some unknown friends and become members of the same vehicle for a short time. But in due course, we separate, never to meet again. Similarly, in a long sojourn of life, we get a temporary sitting accommodation in a so-called family, country, or society. But when the time is up, we are unwillingly separated from one another, never to meet again. There are so many questions relevant to our temporary arrangements in life and our friends in these temporary arrangements. But a man who is a Grahmedi never inquires about things of a permanent nature. We are all busy making permanent plans in various degrees of leadership without knowing the permanent nature of things as they are. Sripad Shankaracharya, who especially strove to remove this ignorance in society and who advocated the cult of spiritual knowledge in regard to the all-pervading impersonal Brahman, said in despair, children are engaged in playing, young boys are engaged in so-called love affairs with young girls, and the old are seriously thoughtful about adjusting a baffled life of struggle. But alas, no one is prepared to inquire relevantly into the science of Brahman, the absolute truth.
Yes.
Should I continue reading?
Yes, please.
Sri Shukadev Goswami, who was asked for direction by Maharaj Parikshit, responded to the king's relevant inquiries by advising him as follows. Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavana Ishvaro Hari Shrutavyaha Kivitavyascha Smartavyascha.
Very good. Look at that. Very nice.
A descendant of Bharat, it is the duty of mortal men to inquire about, hear about, glorify, and meditate upon the personality of Godhead, who is the most attractive person because of his fullness in opulence. He is called Hari because he alone can undo the conditional existence of a living being. If we at all want to be freed from conditional existence, we must make relevant inquiries about the absolute truth, so that he may be pleased to bestow upon us the perfect freedom in life.
Jai.
Sri Shukadev Goswami, should I continue?
Please.
Yeah. Sri Shukadev Goswami has particularly used 4 words in regard to the absolute personality of Godhead. These words distinguish the absolute person or Parabrahman from other persons who are qualitatively one with him. The absolute personality of Godhead is addressed as Sarvatma or all-pervading because no one is aloof from him, although not everyone has this realization. The personality of Godhead, by his plenary representation, resides in everyone's heart as Paramatma, the Supersoul, along with each individual soul. Therefore, every individual soul has an intimate relationship with him.
This is
Forgetfulness.
Again. Read this point again.
The personality of Godhead, by his plenary representation, resides in everyone's heart as Paramatma, the Supersoul, along with each individual soul. Therefore, every individual soul has an intimate relationship with him.
So all of us have intimate relationship with Krishna. Every one of us. Continue.
Forgetfulness of this eternally existing intimate relationship with him is the cause of conditional life since time immemorial.
Beautiful.
But because
Again.
forgetfulness of this eternally existing intimate relationship with him is the cause of conditional life since time immemorial.
This is the reason why we are suffering. People say, no, Sadhu, tell me, why am I suffering? This is why we are suffering. Starting from here, this is the answer. This is the answer. See, in these 4 sentences, Srila Prabhupada has given us the whole meaning of the suffering and how to remove the suffering. Every one of us has intimate relationship with Krishna. Our forgetfulness of Krishna is a cause of our suffering. And here he is represented within our own body as super soul, Paramatma. He's a plenary portion, representation. He is a plenary representation. Meaning what? What do you mean by representation? That means when somebody goes to represent somebody. Krishna is sitting in Golok Vrindavan as Bhagavan. And he is representing. So this super soul as Kshirodakshayi Vishnu is representing Krishna in the heart of all living being fully. So the moment we start to remember him, he starts to remember us. He wants to remember us. He will not interfere with us. And the forgetfulness of this relationship, which is very intimate, is conditional life. Read that Narad Muni going in the water, suddenly thinking himself to be the king. He's a king, there is his wife, all these people are there, then he's dying, and he's awake, and again he's born, again, he's got enemies, his friends, all these things are going, this is it, and comes out, everything is gone. Oh my God, I don't want to go there. It makes me feel real of things which is not real. Yes, Jai. Again, continue. But because
he is Bhagwan, or the Supreme Personality, he can at once reciprocate the responsive call of a devotee.
That's it.
Moreover,
call of a devotee. Remember, if we are responsibly calling, he will respond to us. If we don't call, he will not respond to us. He wants to. He's talking, we are not replying. Same way. He is talking, we are not replying. Now, when we are talking, he'll reply immediately. He'll not say, I asked you so many times, you did not call me. Now you're talking to me, so I should respond to you. He'll not say all those things. Yes. Continue.
Moreover, because he is the perfect person, his beauty, opulence, fame, strength, knowledge, and renunciation are all unlimited sources of transcendental bliss for the individual soul. The individual soul becomes attracted by all these different opulences when they are imperfectly represented by other conditioned souls. But the individual soul is not satisfied by such imperfect representations, and therefore he perpetually seeks the perfect one.
Very good. Tell me what you understand about this.
That since we are in this material world, we're always attracted to opulences and material wealth and all these kind of joys. But since they are imperfect representations of it, that's why we're never satisfied with these things, and we're always seeking for higher.
Yes. Oh my God, he looks like a rock star. Oh, it's so good. Wow. And then you go and meet him, become his girlfriend or a boyfriend, and then he's got 50 other girlfriends. And then he's going old. And then he's finished. He's gone. So he's not God. We first said it again. That's not the case with Krishna. This small representation, he has got something and it's gone completely in Maya, illusion. And we in Maya illusion follow them. So we are suffering perpetually. Therefore, he perpetually seeks the perfect one. Means life after life, innumerable. And we have got the opportunity now, but to come to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Don't miss this opportunity. I'm telling, including myself, we should never miss this opportunity. Never let this chance go. This is a chance of unlimited lifetime. Once in unlimited lifetime, never get lost, get this chance go. Otherwise, we are finished again. We don't know, because we get a chance again, Krishna says. But who knows, we may not meet Prabhupada. We may not meet Prabhupada's devotees. We don't know what will it be. And here we're talking about loving Krishna as he is, not other incarnations. He's got unlimited incarnations. The chance to love Krishna without awe and reverence. That's the point. Yes, continue, please.
The personality of Godhead's beauty has no comparison, nor do his knowledge and renunciation. But above all, he is Ishvara, or the supreme controller. We are at present being controlled by the police action of this great king. This police control is imposed upon us because of our disobedience of law. But because the Lord is Hare, he is able to cause the disappearance of our conditional life by giving us full freedom in spiritual existence. It is therefore the duty of every man to make relevant inquiries about him and thus go back to Godhead.
Very well. This is the point. This is the point where every man has to remember how this Narad Muni experienced this. When he was free, he went in, conditional life is all conditioned, suffering. This is very revolutionary example. When I heard it, I said, this is fantastic. What an example. And this is exactly how we are. We live in the material world. We don't belong here, but we all are here. All of us are here. None of us belong here. This material world makes us think which we are not. That is this body. Makes us relationships with our family, friends, relatives, which is not real. It is real. Don't think, Mom, my relationship with you is not real. You are Maya. Don't do all those things. You'll get a tight slap. And you say, who's teaching you this? That Ambarisa, you call him. I'll also get a tight slap. I'm not teaching you these things. Prabhupada are not teaching these things. As long as we have this material body, the relationship which we have, we are very intimate and close with him. But we have full knowledge that this relationship with the body is temporary. It's going to end either by my dying or your dying. But that does not mean that our life, the journeys of the soul, mine or your, is affected by anything. It's continuing. You see? This is the point. So, we all have come together, as this Prabhupada says, this is the Bhāgavatam, like wood, pieces of wood. We all come together in a river and we separate with each other. We go for some time and then separate. That's how relationships are. So don't be. This is not going to be, this position is not easily attained. But it's good to at least remember and meditate upon it. If we leave this, not leave, L-E-A-V-E, it's L-I-V-E. If we live with this thought, if we meditate upon this thought with our chanting or studying or everything in our relationships, then it becomes very peaceful. Our relationships actually becomes very intense with everybody. They love us. So please, our relationship with our family members or friends, we should be very particular in our relationship with them. Please never, especially with parents. The parents are very nice, kind to us. We should be very, very thankful to them. And what they have given us, we cannot repay back. So never fight about these things, And unless, of course, there are situations where parents are quite demoniac, one has to run away, So I've seen that also happening in people's lives. So that's another story. If there's a case, please run away. Krishna is a father, mother. I've seen it. Many devotees say, my father, mother is Krishna. He's better than anybody else, He's detached from the family. He says, my father, mother is Krishna. How beautiful. This song which we're singing, Maharaj, please hear us, is written by such a devotee whose family gave him away at a doorstep of an orphanage. Maharaj said at the last, before departing, he said, this man, this boy was there sitting behind. This boy, where does he get this knowledge? I don't understand. At the last stage, Maharaj, before departing, Maharaj said this, how can he write these things? Maharaj, please says, Said, and when he has been abandoned, so I don't understand this person, Maharaj said to him, in front of everybody. You're such a nice devotee, very nice. He said, I'm very happy he was born in a church, by Christian people. He became a devotee, Krishna devotee. He said, I've got nothing against my parents, no problem with them, but my parents are Krishna. Problem solved. Right. Yes. So with this, we complete our discussion of the art of dying, part 2. We are 7-8. We are about 8 minutes over the time. It was an interactive discussion, but still, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask a question now. Thank you. Or if you have something to say, not just question, but if you have realizations, if you want to add something, please feel free. Because everything that we are speaking is recorded, and believe you me, there are many people who follow us on recorded also. They watch this. They learn from this. If you have something to share, it is the best platform to share. It helps everybody. It helps us.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Haribol.
I never knew that, actually, as you know, that the class you are taking on the concepts of Bhagavad Gita is actually art of dying when I was preparing this. And I wanted to spend more time on Grihastha and Grih Medi, that how actually lead life. And I felt like that this class is actually continuation of that you reinforce that point.
Yes.
So how can the giving actual real life concept, how to do things, how to take decisions, what to do, what not to do, even personal relationship for a Grihastha.
Yes. Prabhupada made us art of dying. Prabhupada teaching art of dying, how to live. A guru teaches, as Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj would say, a guru teaches us how to live, L-I-V-E, and how to leave, L-E-A-V-E. Whereas nobody's talking about this. Even with big intelligence they've got, nobody talks about death. They don't know what is death. Somehow this is going to help you very much as a doctor in the future. We are very hopeful for you, When all you will be trained about how to talk to grieving devotees, grieving people and all that, this will really help you, You can give them a bhashan of Bhagavad Gita. Give them a class, best. Give them a verse, read this verse, For a soul there's never birth, nor death, nor old age, nor disease, all those things, give them. For once being, you never cease to be. Very good. You'll be the material doctor and spiritual doctor also. You do not know, hey Divyanshi, Parth, Krishnadas, Mayuresh, Mukunda, if you're there, we are spending a lot of energy with you people. And those younger, they're still younger, that Subhadra, that Navina, you don't know this. We've got very high, very, very long, very big plans for you people. Yes, we're putting a lot of energy on you with a prayer that this goes into your heart. This remains in your heart, this message of Srila Prabhupada. And in your heart, you pour water of chanting, pour water of faith, actually. And one day, it'll come out as a beautiful plant. It grows a beautiful plant in your heart, and you'll start speaking with the flowery language of the way of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhāgavatam. Transform your life and everyone's lives, Yes, that's best. Never forget Prabhupada. It is only Srila Prabhupada's message which is saving everybody. That you may easily forget us, which is perfectly all right. We are not needed to even remember. But never forget Prabhupada. Never forget Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whenever you got any trouble, anything you don't know what to do, left, right, just open Bhagavad Gita and start reading Prabhupada's original books. Just read one word, start reading this. you'll have peaceful. Bhagavatam, just do that. You know, those who are older, devotees who are our counselors, we do the same, you know, every day we open book, we read Prabhupada, because we are not some perfectly jnanis or yogis and all those things, you know. We depend upon the same messages we're talking. Same thing. We are not saying that we are hiding some message and we are not telling you that message. No, this is the same message we are studying and we're telling you. So if you feel there's some meaning here, just read, study. Very clever people. If you can't read, can't study, just chant. Just chant Krishna. I'm yours, you're mine. I've forgotten about you. I'm very sorry. Now I remembered you. Thank you. Make me yours. Allow me to serve you. That's it. No complications. Okay. Anyone want to say anything before we finish today's discussion, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Priyanka, are you able to talk? Priyanka was sending some messages to me, so I'll just quickly ask.
Okay. What is the message here in the chat? Sorry.
Yeah, it was Mukunda saying thank you, Prabhu.
Oh, acha, Mukunda is saying. Okay, all right.
Yes, Priyanka, you have understood what Prabhuji said to him?
Yes, yes.
Is it helping you?
Yes, yes.
You want to ask anything to Ambrish Prabhu? He probably can give much better answer than what I can give.
I was not able to focus on anything. I used to chant two malas, but for the last 1 week, I am not chanting. I'm not doing anything. So I'm very confused and मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा कि मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि बहुत ज़्यादा confusion हो रही है और mental peace नहीं था बहुत टाइम से. So मैंने सब छोड़ दिया, मतलब chanting करना और ये सब, और फिर से मैंने आज स्टार्ट किया है. So
Good, keep chanting. Unless we know what the problems are, we will not be able to tell you anything. I'll tell you one thing though, if you have any faith in what we are saying, that whenever we face any difficult situation, we must fall back upon chanting and reading. Don't stop it. You know, this requires good association, you know. So this is the only thing I can tell you without knowing more different. It can be personal, so we don't want to involve personally. Don't worry. But if you feel like you can talk to us separately, you know, Avinash Prabhu or myself. Otherwise, no problem. But do one thing. This is a mistake you are making. This is a mistake you are making, very great mistake. That when you are confused, when you don't know what is happening, that's when you stop the whole process, the medicine which is needed for curing all difficulties. As we progress slowly and steadily, this becomes our cornerstone. Whenever we are confused, whenever we have got difficulties, we fall back upon chanting and reading more intensely. I'm telling with personal experience, Priyanka. Prabhupada are not going to make money out of you.
Thank you, Prabhu. This is exactly what told her, that keep chanting, don't stop. And it's good that she actually started chanting. So that's good.
Best is if you have somebody whom you can talk to, that is better. If you don't, no problem. If you cannot talk, no problem. At least read something. You are an educated person, Priyanka. Just read some Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita, you know, at least one verse a day, you know, something like this, you know, starting from the first verse, slowly. You can start from second chapter if you want to. Begin from second chapter, one verse a day. See how you go with it, you know.
I will do that.
Yes. If you cannot do anything, just read one verse, Sanskrit, word-to-word synonyms, translation, purport. And just think, what is the translation saying? What is the purport saying? Okay, this is what they're saying. That's it. If you have time, read more. If you don't time, at least read this much and chant if you can, one round at least, It'll give you some peace. It'll be something to fall back upon,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Priyanka.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, Mukunda is here. Hari Bol. You
Hare
manifest.
Krishna. Sorry, Prabhuji. Thank you for such a wonderful class. You said one nice point that lots of people are getting benefited by our class. So I was hearing the last self. I was not there at that class, so I'm hearing that self-realization by the devotees, and I just want to say that one Mataji, her name is Navina Mataji, and the way yes, the way Prabhuji, it's like completely Prabhuji, it's like a miracle. Like मैं कभी नहीं सोचा था कि I've never seen something like that. I'm living here with devotees, and I'm come across with lots of devotees. But last time, it inspires me so much. It inspired me so much to chant better. It inspired me so much that how she did it at the age of 8 years. So it is a very big thing, seriously very big thing. That even sometimes, like when I come across this Krishna consciousness, my friend told me that don't drink this chai, coffee, tea, and even chocolate. I said, yeah, what's problem with chocolate? So it's
why
very difficult.
chocolate? No.
No.
but chocolate should be all right. Chocolate should be all right.
Yeah. तो मैं उससे यही कहा कि यार चॉकलेट ने किसी का क्या बिगाड़ा है यार
Yeah,
चॉकलेट
that's right. It doesn't kill anybody. What do you mean?
Yes, but I'm seriously completely I'm in this class. I'm in office right now, and मैं सिर्फ आया इसलिए just for that Navina Mataji, the way she said that, it inspires me so much कि एकदम मतलब it gives me so much inspiration. I can't describe in words, Prabhuji. So thank you so much for
Navina Mataji ki jai. See, as I told you, we have got very different preachers. You think we are preachers, We are not. We are hidden. We all are hidden missiles, They're all different missiles. They come, they hit you somewhere, They're all over armory. Very nice. Very nice. Very good. Okay, well, if nobody has to say anything else, we'll finish today's class then. Thank you. Now, who is going to sing today? Whose turn is to sing? Subhadra's turn. Oh, Hare Krishna, Subhadra. Nice to see you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. You all right?
Yes.
Very good. Now, where's Madhav doing? Little Madhav?
Madhav, come. Say Hare Krishna.
There is Madhav. Hare Krishna, Madhav. Hare Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll start now our 3 minutes prayer before we finish today's class, today's program. Okay, Subhadra.
Start. Maharaj, please hear us.
Maharaj, please hear us.
We have learned some real good stuff.
We have learned some real good stuff.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
Today for you we will sing.
And today for you we will sing.
If our room is clean,
If our room is clean,
then our mind is clean.
then our mind is clean.
If our mind is clean,
If our mind is clean,
we can do anything.
we can do anything.
If our room is dirty,
If our room is dirty,
then so are we.
then so are we.
But if we are dirty,
But if we are dirty,
we're not happy.
we're not happy.
Wasting time.
Wasting time
is the greatest crime.
is the greatest crime.
Because wasted time.
Because wasted time
means a wasted mind.
means a wasted mind.
So best is your time.
So best use your time
When you're in your prime.
when you are in your prime.
In your whole life.
And your whole life will be sublime.
If your wealth is gone,
If your wealth is gone,
there's nothing wrong.
then is nothing wrong.
But if your health is gone,
If your health is gone,
that's a different song.
that's a different song.
But if your character dies,
If your character dies,
then the world will cry.
then the world will cry.
Only saintly behavior,
Only saintly behavior
that's humanity thrive.
lets humanity thrive.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We must learn.
We must always
remember Krishna.
We must always remember Krishna
And never forget him too.
and never forget him too.
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
That is the greatest question.
That is the greatest question.
And here's the greatest clue.
And here is the greatest clue. You must
learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
So listen very closely.
So listen very closely
And make your thinking sharp.
and make your thinking sharp.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart. If something
If something due tomorrow,
If something's due tomorrow,
finish it today.
finish it today.
Whatever's due today,
Whatever's due today,
do it now, don't delay.
do it now, don't delay.
Your friends might be lazy,
Your friends might be lazy
or doing bad things,
or doing bad things,
but you think again.
but you think again,
Don't follow them.
don't follow them,
You will win the end.
and you will win in the end.
Whatever work we're given,
Whatever work we're given,
we do our very best.
we do our very best.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
This is how to live,
That's okay.
to work and to play.
We learn to live this way.
If you learn this way, you'll see Krishna every day.
This is how to live, to work and to play. We learn to live this way, see Krishna every day.
When the time is up, you'll take us up above. We'll sing and dance with him with our heart full of love.
And when our time is up, He take us up above. We sing and dance with Him with a heart full of love.
So chant Krishna's name, his glories and his sins. He's the only in this world who can never be consumed.
So chant Krishna's name, His glories and His fame. It's the only way this world will ever become sane. Now please
ask this greatest question.
Now please ask this greatest question.
And find this greatest clue.
Find this greatest clue.
We can only remember Krishna.
You can only remember Krishna
if Krishna remembers you.
if Krishna remembers you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare.
Jai Shri Mahavishnu Gosai Maharaj Shri Gurudev ki Jai.
Jai.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtan Mahayagna ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Gaur Chandra Premanande. Hari Hari. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Sai Bhutale Shrimati Mahavishnu Goswami Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Sai Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaur Vani Prasarane Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Prasarane Starine. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Thank you very much. So we'll see you next week. Same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.